Hello friends, have a nice day. This is Professor Dr. G.S. Vajire from Department of Electronics, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. Friends, today's topic for discussion is output characteristics of a transistor. Here, a simple circuit diagram for output characteristics of a transistor connected in CE configuration is shown below. As shown in this circuit diagram, here is NPN transistor which is connected in common emitter mode. That means CE mode. CE in the sense this emitter terminal is common towards input side as well as it is common towards output side. On right side of transistor there is a current meter and voltmeter to measure the output current and output voltage. Here it is the output voltage VCC. This voltage can be changed or can be varied by using this rheostat. In the same way, on left side of transistor, this current meter and voltmeter are connected to measure the input current and input voltage respectively. Here VBB is a voltage source and this R2 is a variable resistor by which we can vary the input voltage. Actually, the output characteristics indicates the way in which output current means collector current varies with changes in the output voltage, that means voltage VCE, and this is measured when the input current, that means IB, is held constant. For obtaining these characteristics, first this base current IB is set to a constant and convenient value. Then the output voltage VCE is increased from 0 in steps and the output current IC is noted for the first set. Now again this VCE is reduced to 0 volt and IB is increased to another convenient value and the whole procedure is repeated. Thus, a family of output curve is obtained. In brief, we can say here we have to change the output voltage and we have to note down the changes in output current for this common emitter transistor mode. Following figure shows the output characteristics of common emitter transistor. For these characteristics, we have taken the output voltage VCE on x-axis and output current, that is IC, on y-axis. In these characteristics, various curves are shown for different values of base current IB. In overall these characteristics, it is seen that the value of VCE increases from 0. Then IC rapidly increases to a near saturation level for a fixed value of IB. As shown by the first curve, or we can say this lowermost curve, a small amount of collector current flows even when the base current IB equals to 0. Actually, this small amount of current, it is due to minority charge carriers and it is called as reverse current or reverse saturation current, or even it is called as reverse leakage current, ICEO. Here, since the current due to majority charge carriers is 0, the transistor is said to be in cutoff region because this value is too small that it is likely to be a 0 value. That's why the transistor is called as in cutoff state or cutoff region. Here we have to note one thing, that if the value of VC, for example, it is increased beyond this 25 volt, the collector base junction may completely breaks down due to the avalanche breakdown. As a result, IC increases rapidly and may cause damage to the transistor. When VCE has very low value, or we can say ideally when it is 0, that means towards this value, the transistor is said to be saturated and it operates in saturation region of the characteristics. Here, the change in base current does not produces the corresponding change in collector current IC. That means the value of IC is almost constant. These characteristics can be used to find the current gain beta at the specific values of IC and VCE. The current gain beta is defined as the ratio of output current to the input current. That means this beta equals to delta IC upon delta IB. Here delta in the sense change in collector current upon change in base current. In these characteristics, various curves are shown for different values of or base current. For example, first curve, it is for base current equals to 0. Second curve, it is for base current equals to 20 microampere. Third is for 40 microampere. Next is for 60 microampere. And last one is for base current equals to 80 microampere. The shaded region at bottom side, it is called as a cutoff region, in which the collector current is almost 0, during which the transistor is likely to be cut off. Whereas the shaded region on left side of this curve, it is called as a saturation region. It is called so because in this particular region, the collector current does not change appreciably. That means it is almost constant for that particular value of base current. And the region in between these two regions, that means from saturation region to cutoff region, the transistor is called as active region. And in most of the applications, the transistor is always used in this active region. And in case of few switching applications of transistor, it is used either in saturation mode or in cutoff mode. The value of static output resistance RO is defined as the ratio of output voltage to the output current. We can formalize this output resistance RO equals to change in output voltage upon change in output current. That means RO equals to delta VCE upon delta IC. The typical value of this output resistance RO is very high as compared to other two transistor configurations. Here we are using the word static resistance because we are taking the DC values of output voltage and output current. To find the dynamic values of input and output resistances, and AC values of input and output voltages and currents are to be considered. So from output characteristics, we can say two important parameters are found. First, it is current gain beta, and second, it is output resistance RO. And both these values play a very prominent role in case of transistor applications. So I think you got the concept of output characteristics, the related current gain and the output resistance RO. So let's stop here. Thank you very much.